Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's Rachel with Autistic Lately, and today I'm bringing you an episode of Raw and Real with Audhd. So today something happened at my daughter's school that I wanted to tell you guys about. She's been doing this after school dance thing. It was like a 6-week program. It was offered as an extra thing you could do after school where they learned some dances, and then today was the last session and the parents were invited to come watch. And she has been telling me for a couple days that I'm invited to dance with her, that I can dance with her. So I didn't really think too much about it, and I always try to go to these types of things. It always makes her so happy for me to come to her school and support her. She's 7 years old, and it's a big deal to her. So I was excited. I moved things around at work. I skipped my lunch. I rescheduled my weekly call with my boss, and I went. And turns out this thing was in the gym, and there were quite a few people in there, and all the parents were supposed to dance. Now, mind you, these are the dances that they just spent the last 6 weeks learning, that I didn't spend the last 6 weeks learning. And the first one was a chicken dance, which was kind of funny, and I had my TENS unit on because my back is hurting me today, and she's spinning me around, and I get dizzy really easily. I get vertigo. So I was having a bit of a difficult time, but it was still funny, and it was okay. And then more dances came, and then more dances, and we ended up doing like 6 different dances. And there's a bunch of people in the bleachers watching, and I just started having a harder and harder time, you guys. I was having like flashbacks of school when I was a kid, and having the worst traumatizing time with this kind of stuff. And I had no idea that I was going to have such a problem. Like, I was literally white knuckling it after a while and trying so hard not to cry. I was basically having this invisible autistic meltdown right in this gym in front of all these people, and I don't think anybody really saw it, but it was very hard for me, and the only thing that really kept me together was my daughter. I want her to feel proud of her mom and not embarrassed. I obviously don't want to make a scene, which would have made it a million times worse. So I just really squelched everything inside. I was like putting my fingernails into my palms. I was gripping my fists so hard, and it was horrible, you guys. And it makes me think about, I've gotten a lot of invalidation and incredulous kind of reactions when I tell people I'm autistic. Other adults, I hear things like, well, I think we're all a little bit autistic and things like that. And that's, just so incredibly invalidating. Receiving my diagnosis was a blessing to me, a huge blessing, because it took all these things and brought them together into something that made sense. And it has given me direction as far as a lot of things, and knowing my identity and just all these things. I don't want to get too much into all that. My focus and the point that I wanted to make here was, I'm standing in this gym. I'm having this internal meltdown that no one can see, and therefore no one knows what I'm going through. So as a high masking adult autistic female, nobody can see these things, but inside I'm literally having this PTSD awful meltdown. But because no one can see it, it's like it's invalid. And it makes it just really hammer home for me how important autism awareness is, because people don't have any idea what we go through. And they see that, let's say, like in my case, I have a job and I have a family, and there are certain things that I do in life that then tells people, well, she's quote unquote normal, or all the other words that people use. And, well, you don't look like you have autism, and how can you have autism when you do this or that? And the invisible struggle that we go through is valid, and it's huge, and it's debilitating. I am a grown woman standing in this gymnasium full of children having a meltdown inside, freaking out, thinking everyone's looking at me, and I am remembering all this stuff from having to be forced to dance in gymnasiums as a child, and it just hit me so hard, and people have no idea. So I just wanted to just put that out there and let you know that I see you, and I support you, and I validate you, and we are in this together. And I'm just all the more motivated to shout my truth out from the mountaintops and to spread this awareness, because I was more or less one of the people that had no idea what autism was all about until I found out that I am autistic. And I can't necessarily fault people for their ignorance, because I've been there, but at the same time, that doesn't decrease my feelings of invalidation and being alone. And I felt so alone in that gym, and it was just really, really hard, and I'm glad I don't have to do it again. I really hope I don't have to do it again. At least I'll know for next year. If I wasn't recovered, I might have something beforehand to get through it. Anyway, so the life of a high-masking autistic, it's much more difficult than it appears to the neurotypical individual. Someone that may look like they have it together, or even appear to be having a good time, could be dying inside. So remember to be kind, and we don't know what people are going through. I doubt that anyone in that room knew what was happening to me. And had I found out I was autistic as a child, I don't know. I don't know if I would have gone through these situations the same way, the things that I was triggered into remembering today. I don't have any idea. It's absolutely worthless to ask these what-if questions. It's impossible not to think about them, though, I think. But now I'm just rambling. It was just such a highly disturbing time, and I knew that you guys would understand. And if you experience these things, don't feel like you need to minimize it. These are extremely valid things that we are dealing with, and just because it's such a unique situation that neurotypical people aren't going through, it's not something like, I don't know, you hear someone say they've been diagnosed with cancer. How often are you going to hear the other person say, well, I think we all have a little bit of cancer? Like, you're not going to hear that. You know, we as autistics are just completely dismissed a lot of times, and something that is such an integral part of who we are to just be dismissed in such a manner, it just makes it harder for all these things. You know, feeling like some kind of alien standing in this gymnasium today, having this, you know, meltdown. No one else was probably going through what I was going through in this gym. Maybe they were, I doubt it. But at any rate, I want to thank you all for listening to me ramble and rant. I really appreciate having this space and processing everything that's coming out since I learned that I'm autistic. Has been quite the journey, and it's not over. You know, just when I think I've got it all figured out, I realize that I've only just begun. So I want to thank you again. I really appreciate you guys, and I appreciate all the support and encouragement that I have gotten on my channel and on my social media. I've had some awful comments, but I really just try to ignore them because they're just, you know, people that just don't understand, and they're coming from a place of hatred, and I do my best not to engage with that. So anyway, sorry, I'm parking my car right now. I just got done working out. Anyway, I will be talking to you guys soon, and, you know, I'm curious to know, and not to dredge up anything awful for you guys, but if you are comfortable sharing, have you had any experiences recently where you were triggered by childhood things, and what kind of situation was that? I love connecting with you all. It's finding this new tribe of people that I can relate to has been so valuable. I thank each and every one of you for your support and for watching my videos and all the interactions, and I'll talk to you soon. I hope you're all having a good day. Bye.